Hey angels, I'm about to go out for a surf after a very massive mother of a day mothering. My body is sore, I am tired, and I've got some work to do, so I'm jumping into the ocean, gonna get 3 to 4 waves. But because my body is stiff and sore, I'm going to do a little warm up before I get out there. I know that a lot of people struggle to know what to do before they get out in the ocean, from the perspective of warming up their body and preparing it for the surf. So I'm going to give you a little insight, a little vid on what I do and why, and you can give it a go. There are 3 parts to warming up effectively for a surf. Release points of tension and tenderness in the body, then activate and switch on the muscles that we want to be switched on and activated for the surf, and then increase the general blood flow of the body and just warm up those joints, and you will be ready for a shred. Always starting my back, I bend my knees, take my feet hips distance apart, and then drop my knees from left to right to start to floss open my hips, open the hip flexors and the psoas. Eventually we'll land on one side and put the bottom foot on the top knee and just hold. From here I'll do a big wide stretch and then bend my knees into my chest, give myself a hug, open through the spine, and then go into those hips a little more by just pulling one knee into the chest at a time. From here I'll eventually take a single-legged happy baby and then come into a figure 4 stretch. Notice how I'm not holding any of these stretches for too long. This is because I want to continue just to increase the blood flow through my body. I don't want the muscles to open too much. I want to kind of release those points of tension while also creating more activation and blood flow. That is my focus before I go out for a surf every single time. Then I'll roll up into my yogi squat, malasana. If you're a little higher than me, don't stress. You can also do this from a squat position, and then I just open with my chest and my arms and take it from left to right. You can bind the elbow behind your back body for a little bit more of a twist. But I also focus on activating my belly here as I do this. So activating the spine and the belly, and then I just sort of bobble from left to right. And eventually we'll come up into my active squat, which I do about 10 to 15 of these, activating that back line of my body. And then rotating through my knee and my hip again, saying hello to those hips, another figure 4 stretch, and then tucking my heel behind my booty and then stepping into a little lunge. I'll do this on both sides. Notice that this whole warm-up is quite hip heavy. That's because the hips are a big source of power in our surfing, and hip flexors get really tight as we surf, so it's really important to warm them up properly. That last one you'll want to probably slow down to work it out, but it's working upper body and lower body and kind of getting them working together. And then I come into my arms where I tap the back of my shoulder blades to start to get that blood flowing. As we know, shoulders are a huge part of surfing. We spend more time paddling than we do actually catching waves, so warm those shoulders up, get them mobile, work on mobility, which is what I'm doing with these stretches. Slow them down to work out what I'm doing. Twist your hips around, have a little jump, get your energy high, and then just bend from left to right, starting to stretch into the inner thighs and the groin. A few more hops and jumps and you are ready to shred. Have fun.